First of all, I just want to ask, how's your head doing? It looks
Much,
great.
much better. Much, much better.
Cool. And we've all seen the video, and I need to ask, everyone's thought, what was going on through your head? No pun intended, but what was happening? Did you realize something was wrong as soon as you applied it? What did it take a while? Kind of tell me
When
about that experience.
I first used it, I was like, when I get home, I can just wash it off. So when I got home and went to take a shower, it didn't move. So I knew right then it was a problem.
Yeah,
But
and that you
it
said you said it had been like that for about a month. It just like wasn't moving.
at all, at all.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, it was bad. Thing is, my ponytail started like drawing up, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Like it was, yeah, it was bad. It felt
Yeah.
like Ray was dancing on my scalp. Yeah, it was a bad.
Yeah, so that was about a year ago now. You obviously reached like viral fame really quickly. Just the TikTok video got like over 50 million
Yeah,
views.
yes, it did.
I've never experienced something of that magnitude. Like I've had a tweet maybe get like 100 likes, so I can't like imagine the feeling of that. Like what went through your mind? Like what was that like, a year later after all of that happened? What is your life like now compared to like the difference then? Did you imagine all of that would happen?
No, because when I got up the next morning after I posted it, my little girl was like, Ma, you got over 1 million views. And she was all excited. She's 13, she was all excited. But I'm sitting there like, I can't get excited because it's still on my head. Like I felt the type of way because again, it was still up. But since then, no matter where I go, it could be to the post office, Walmart, somebody, you got lady there. No matter where I go. I'm watching a parade on Saturday. I took that many pictures, like walking through the parade. Yeah.
I was gonna ask that too, if people like recognized you on the street. And I know you don't, I've heard you don't like the nickname Gorilla Glue Girl, but that's what everyone knows you by.
Yeah,
So
but after it was my hair hadn't got better, it got to the point like whatever. I won't never answer to it, but it don't bother me at all anymore.
right, yeah. And it's just so wild, like all of that. I can't imagine like being stopped on the street for something like that. But yeah, I guess back to the same question I just asked, like, did you imagine like that stress on your hair and then the video to go like that viral, everything?
No. Like I told somebody else, it was like I thought I knew people in the neighborhood in my area was gonna be like, trying to give me advice. I didn't think for 1 second it was gonna go the way it did.
Yeah, and you had how long did it take for it to finally come out? I know you had like the surgery and everything.
3 days, 3 days later, 3 days, and it was a 4.5 hour surgery.
Oh wow. Was it like painful after?
Well, no, not like pain. It was just like irritated, really, really bad.
Okay. Yeah, and I know you had a few more issues with dyeing your hair and stuff. Tell me about that.
Well, I thought, it's almost a year, so I feel like my hair is healthy enough to dye it. No, no. Then after that, I had to go back to California, and I got stem cell treatment on my scalp. So it's like at this point, I don't think I should do anything else to my hair
Yeah,
because I
but
when it's long enough that I can
some
do it.
so some positivity has come from this though. You were able to start a hair care line. Do you think that that's something you would have been able to do without all of this happening? Was that a goal that you had before, or were you inspired?
No, it was no. I would have never thought that this was going to happen. But what happened was we were trying to find something to grow my hair back. And my manager was like, you know what, we can bottle this up and sell it. And we did.
So it's been successful so far?
Yes, yes. But right now we restocking because coming back. Like, yeah. some
It
different
sold
things.
out. When did you launch that exactly? Like what was the date?
I think it was June. It was like somewhere in June. I can't even remember. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
So it was about 6 months after everything happened, and it's been about 8 months since you
Right.
launched it.
The first week, it sold over $70,000 worth of drops.
Oh wow.
First week.
And it's just that one product that growth,
No,
or you have more?
it's the drops. It had shampoo and conditioner, edge control, and spritz.
Okay. Yeah, and I saw you have like t-shirts and everything too. Yeah. And then you also have a song out. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, it was everybody kept asking me like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?" So I wrote everything down, and my man was like, "Well, we can make a song out of this," and there was a song. Because the song literally tells you what happened from the beginning to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll put that in my story too, but were you like was a music career something you had pictured before? So
But listen,
basically,
I have a daycare center.
oh really? I didn't know that.
Everybody was like, "Oh, girl, you need to let that nursery go." That the daycare is my everything.
So the daycare is your passion. Everything else just kind of happened and you're like, I'll roll with it.
And I went with like the daycare. I do. I have like the freshman, sophomore. I have seniors. We do like a senior skip out day. I do a prom. We do a parade. Like I love the nursery. Love it.
All right. So I basically everything that's happened over the last year in your life, anything that's new that's happened has been because of this, random mishap. Would you say that like any of this was planned at all, just kind of unexpected?
Very unexpected. Very. Like I said, when I posted the video, I thought people in my neighborhood was gonna give me advice. Never thought, I was gonna be a picture on Wendy Williams show. I never thought I would talk to a lady from the View. Like I talked to a lot of people. A lot of
Yeah. Tell me what that was like, meeting all these like celebrities and stuff too.
Wendy, I think made me angry because she was one of those, I was a nothing girl, and yeah, she was one of those. But the View, they sent me a wig. Portia Williams from Real Housewives Wives of Atlanta. She sent me a wig. It was a lot. So many people just sending me all kinds of stuff. But then it was the people. One man sent a letter to my house, off a head and holding and yeah,
That's terrifying. Wow.
not to the PO box. Everybody was sending everything else up. He sent it to my house.
That's so good. So did you have to like get any kind of like extra protection? I know did you get the manager after all this happened, or did you already have a manager
So
before?
it was after. Yeah, she called and she was like, "I can help," because she's the one that got in touch with Dr. Obey. So I'm glad I ended up talking to her, and we like been rolling ever since then. I love her. I love obeying and everybody that was involved in it.
Yeah. So overall, positivity from all of this compared to around this time last year, a little over a year ago, you would say, are you thankful for everything?
I am there, and like people will say, God do things for a reason. So maybe I don't know. I don't think he meant me to put the glue in my head. I don't think he meant for that to happen. But I feel like even if the glue thing would have happened, something else would have happened. Because I guess this was his plan for me to get.
Yeah, like a divine intervention kind of thing. You feel like you were supposed to be out there to inspire people. Well, I know.
When this first happened, she seen me in a nail shop. She came hug me. I thought she was like, oh, I feel bad for you, whatever. But she ended up telling me she ran out of hair glue and she used super glue. And she was so scared and embarrassed to tell somebody. So she sat there and peeled it all on herself. And you know how the keloid skin? That's what she got all up and through. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you knew of anyone else that something similar had happened to.
Some girl told me she was mixing the ready concrete and ended up getting stiff all in her fingers. She was scared to say something, so she had a file and she followed every day till it went away.
Yeah, so that's this stuff happens like more than people would think. Because I know when it happened to you, everyone was like, "Why would she do that?" But it's like you're just trying to fix your hair. You grab the thing that's closest to you.
That's another thing when it comes to my hair. Like when we were young, I have it's five of us, five girls in my hair. I'm the dark one. All the rest of my sisters are light skin. So I figured like me doing my hair, I can stand out from them. Because everybody, no matter what the situation was, it was always the black one, the black one. So I started doing people hair in the neighborhood so I can make money to do my hair. And it's been like every piece of hair has to be in place. So that was something I feel like I still have to deal with for my hair to be like not so perfect. But when I ran out of the spray, it was like I needed something. I thought I could do that and then come back and wash it out. But no, look, that did not happen.
Yeah.
And even like with the video, a lot of people was laughing and saying all kinds of stuff. I didn't think it was funny until all the glue was out my head and I watched it. I'm like, well, that's why people laughing because I mean, the video itself is very hilarious. Very.
Yeah. And hair is such a big deal, like did that have I mean, obviously you were under stress because of it. You had surgery and stuff. So tell me about your mental health through all that.
Well, I started losing a lot of weight. As far as the mental part, I felt like I could have took a lot of it, but what made me upset was when people were making fun of my children, like the kids in school, and always thought, "Oh, don't worry about it." My baby was like, "My somebody was singing a song about you," and I told her, "Don't worry about it. Just learn the song, and when they sing it, you sing it with them." But then I would go in the bathroom and cry because I was the reason she was going through it. Like just recently, my oldest daughter said, "Ma, when you gonna stop the gorilla glue thing?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Because somebody in her school told her something about me being a gorilla glue girl." But just like I told her, I mean, at this point, it is what it is. We just have to deal with it.
Yeah. So it's affected everything, like work, your personal life, everything. Get stopped on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like when I found out I was pregnant, right? They ended up posting that. It was a man that came in my inbox and told me he wished I either have a miscarriage or my child has an early death.
That's awful.
It was some crazy. It was more love than hate, but the hate that was given, it multiplied the love stuff. Because I mean, these people were mean, like mean. A year later, I could go live right now, and somebody's gonna say something crazy about the whole gorilla glue situation. Just like on what is it? YouTube, they got a whole thing saying that I died like 6 months ago.
People are so weird. It's so easy, I feel like, to see like the negative out of all the positive too, because it's just
California, and the school was calling me, but at this point, I can't answer my phone because they keep saying put the phones up, put the phones up. The plane was about to take off. Soon as I got off the plane, I called the school trying to figure out what's going on. My little girl was at the school, the baby, crying hysterically because somebody told them, told her, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your mama passing." So she thought the plane crashed.
no.
Somebody that went put on YouTube that I died. Yeah. It's bad. People are crazy.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, like you said, that's just, it is what it is. It's what people know you by, but that's not your whole identity. So what is your identity? Like, who is Tessica? Who do you want people to see you as?
I am a daycare provider. I even have my own dance team. Like people like down here where I live at, people, everybody knew me because they know I go above and beyond when it comes to the daycare. So I was already known, even by some other people, but it wasn't like this. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like, it's crazy.
You just want to be yourself, be able to live in peace.
Sometimes I don't even mind it because, like, when I was walking in the parade, somebody with a microphone and said, "Oh, gorillas and girls are there," and everybody was just screaming. I just waved and just kept marching. Like it don't bother me. Like to say, "Oh, I'm never gonna take a picture with somebody." You know what? Even when they catch me at my head tied up, no lashes, "Oh, we can take a picture." I want to be like, "No," but I have to go around and take a picture. Like I don't mind it, but I feel like at some point, if you see me looking a mess, don't want to take a picture.
Yeah.
When I was eating, we was at Disney World. I was eating. Can I please take a picture with her? Got up from my food, took a picture with her. She was like, "Oh, thank you so much." She left, went downstairs, came back with a million people. Now everybody wants to take a picture. Now at this point, my food cold. Like it's just like sometimes it's just like a time and a place to do it. But I don't never ever say no. Never.
Yeah. Because it's an opportunity to meet people, but even as frustrating as it may be, do you enjoy getting to meet new people?
Yeah, because I have like some of, all right, go ahead. Some of the people that I already knew, they were meaner than the people that I don't know. Yeah, so I love new people. New people will treat you better than people you've been knowing for forever.
That's good. Yeah. So just overall, a year today versus a year ago, everything's good. You're doing well. Your hair is thriving. Your company is thriving. Is there like any lessons learned that you want to share? Anything over the last year that you've realized, or has it made you like a different person? Anything else you want to add that I maybe didn't get to ask?
All I can say is don't use Gorilla Glue on your hair. Pretty much in a nutshell. Like, yeah. Even when you think, something is gonna be okay, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But actually, sometimes I don't know.
I feel like the biggest thing from like just seeing your social media presence has been just kind of like roll with the punches, take what life throws at you. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade kind of thing.
And a lot of people think that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate your time. Is there anything else you want to share with anyone that may view this interview or read the story or anything?
Just please let them know I'm not dead for one. So that is, and because they always ask me, "Where's the baby? Are you still pregnant?" I had a miscarriage. I need people to understand, hey, I had a miscarriage. I need y'all to stop asking. Like that, I don't know, do something to me. Because the thing is, even before when I found out I was pregnant, I had been trying to get the last 3 years. And people don't understand, they'd be like, "Oh, well, you didn't even know the baby," but I knew I was gonna have one. So that would hurt most the worst. So let them know that I'm not dead and I did have a miscarriage, but I'm still trying now to have another one.